Um, I'm gonna try to cover everything I can about Hulk Hogan. I have no blueprints written down or nothing. I should have put some blueprints, but I just want to go off from. I want to speak from my heart, like I usually do in my videos, and this is no exception. I really want to come from the heart regarding this man, Hulk Hogan and Terry Bollea. Um, when I started watching wrestling as a kid with my father, I think it was Saturday mornings. It was WCW or something like that. Maybe it was WWF. I'm not sure, but it came on during the morning time. I don't know if it was a tape. I think it was taped. I don't think it was live, but regardless, I enjoyed it. I used to go in my room with my dad and watch this wrestling, and we saw all these superstars, all these people, and but I gravitated towards Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan was the first. Oh man, I'm trying not. I'm getting kind of emotional. Hulk Hogan was the first. The character. I'm talking about the character Hulk Hogan. He was the first character that I gravitated towards as a kid. He was my first idol. He was nobody could be Hogan. He was immortal. He was all this icon. I had the wrestling buddy, the action figure Hulk Hogan. I was a Hulkamaniac as a child, man. I mean, and watching him in the early '90s and shit like that. It's like I was born in '81, so '91 I was 10. So that's what I'm saying. I was like 10, 1990, 1989. I watched in 1987. I watch them. I mean, like I said, I was like 7, 8 years old when I used to watch. Can't get my words up. Just kind of. It's kind of this is a heavy topic to me to talk about right now. I'm reminiscent of Hulk Hogan. It's really heavy now. So I'm stuttering like a motherfucker. I usually stutter anyway, but this is ridiculous. Um, it's Yeah, he was everything. I couldn't imagine anybody disliking this man. As far as the character is concerned, it's like who doesn't like Hulk Hogan? You know what I'm saying? Like he was the shit, man. I mean, he brought wrestling to what it is today. It's like he contributed a lot to make wrestling what it is today. As far as it being more global, worldwide, because everybody fucking knows this man's name. Everybody knows who Hulk Hogan is. You can go anywhere in the world, whether they're a wrestling fan or not, whether they used to watch wrestling or they never watched it really in their lifetime. You mentioned Hulk Hogan, they know who you're talking about. This was it. Wrestlers today, like 98% of them, you mention their name to anybody, they're like, who was that? But Hulk Hogan, you instantly know who he is. You instantly know who he is. You know what I'm saying? No matter what background you come from regarding wrestling, whether you liked it or not, or watched it, used to watch it, or watch it now, you know who this man is. And the same things today, whether you like him or don't, you still know who he is. It's like, I mean, the character Hulk Hogan could not wrestle. Let's be honest. I mean, he couldn't. He wasn't. He didn't gain fame because he was a good in ring performer. He wasn't. He had that weak ass leg drop, which is one of the weakest finishers I ever fucking saw in my life. But it was great because it was Hulk Hogan. This man thrived on charisma. That's what got him. That's what brought him up. It was charisma, his personality, his aura that he made you feel good. Say your prayers, eat your vitamins. He was a mentor and all that shit. That's what brought him to the top. Not because he was a good wrestler, because he wasn't. So it's like, let's just get that out the way. I understand that. I mean, I can see it, and I know what I call a spade a spade. He wasn't a good wrestler. Like I said, the leg drop was among the most lamest finishes I ever fucking saw. And it's still it's gonna be one of the lamest finishes to the end of time. So yeah, I mean, I used to watch the movie. I watched Suburban Commando with Hulk Hogan in it. I love that movie, by the way. No Holds Barred, which is another dope movie he was in. He made a cameo in the Gremlins too. I enjoyed that as a kid because every time Hulk Hogan appeared on screen, I fucking marked out for him as a child. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then I remember I stopped watching wrestling sometime in the early '90s. I stopped watching it. Had other interests. I was growing up and shit. I became a teenager eventually, and I heard about. I remember I was in school and I heard about the NWO. They was talking about the NWO with some of the kids in school. And I was like, what is that? You know what I'm saying? There's a WCW and all that shit. Hulk Hogan turned heel. I was like, what? I don't think they said heel. I think they said he became the bad guy or something like that. I was like, what? So I started tuning into wrestling because I heard that again with my little brother at the time, and we started watching it. But by the time we started watching it, this was before the YouTube shit. If YouTube was around, then I would have saw the Bastards the Beach turn, heel turn. I would have definitely saw it back then, but it was no YouTube back then. So, but when I started watching wrestling, he was all in the black and white. His mustache, he had the black and white on and shit, and he was talking a lot of shit on the mic. People was booing the shit out of him, but me, I wasn't booing them. I liked them. Keep in mind, I'm not a kid anymore, so I'm not hurt that he turned bad. I'm fucking like 17, 16 years old at the time. So I'm like, I like this guy. The black and white looks good on him. I was still a fan, man, despite him being a heel, I don't think I was familiar with the term at the time, though, but he was the bad guy, basically. He was the bad guy. But I still liked it. I liked it. The bad Hulk Hogan, the Hollywood Hogan was dope. He got the fucking shades on. He was fucking awesome. He looked great. And as I grew up, I appreciated his heel turn more because I was like, dude, been a face for like a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like the saying goes, if you live long enough, like you may see yourself become the bad guy if you live long enough. You know what I'm saying? It's either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that was Hulk, man. He became the villain. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't get. But if he wanted me to hate his character, he failed because I actually love this character. I love Hollywood Hogan. Shit, I mean, and then, years after that, YouTube, I'm watching YouTube and shit, I finally got to see the Bash at the Beach turn. And they was throwing trash in the rain. People really was fucking mad. I actually was listening to some behind the scenes shit or outside the ring shit going on. Man, he had death threats coming his way and everything. People fucking hated the fact that he turned. They hated it, man. They was taking it really seriously. but man, he made that heel work, man. He made Hollywood Hogan work, man. It's like, and then fast forward to when he was fighting against The Rock on the pay-per-view. It was originally supposed to be against Stone Cold, but Stone Cold himself was like, "No, I don't want to fight him. It won't look right. It's not right." You know what I'm saying? He just didn't feel it was going to be a good match to go against Hulk Hogan in the ring. So it was The Rock became his opponent. And he became a face that night, man. It was beautiful. People kept cheering him and shit like that. And he was still in his Hollywood garb. He wasn't in the black and he wasn't in the red and yellow at the time. So, and he was looking around like you could see the emotion on his face, like, damn. They love me, you know what I'm saying? So it was crazy. And keep in mind, this is before that audio tape came out. This is all before. Keep in mind, the audio tape, this is before that shit. We're going to talk about that shit later. I'm going to tell you how I feel about it, too. I'm going to try to be as fair as I can regarding audio tape, but I'm going to get ahead of myself. So he was looking around like, oh, these people really love me. It was great. And he became a face, man. He started wearing the yellow and red again. And that was that, he started wearing that. He became a face again. The people wanted the old Hulk Hogan back. He started doing the "I can't hear you" gesture. Like can I hear you a little louder? The hand gesture that he's famous of doing. Put his hand to his ear and shit. He was doing all that as Hollywood Hogan. So we knew that the original Hulk Hogan was back, man. Even though he didn't go into yellow and red yet, That was a beautiful moment I felt, and it was great. It's like he had to turn face that night. He had to. There was no more heel run for him at that moment. The crowd was loud. It was a loud pop. They wanted, as soon as we started doing the hand gesture shit, like they got even louder. It was amazing. It was fucking. I'm getting goosebumps just talking about it. It was fucking amazing. He had to go face again. He had to. So, you know, I've gotten into wrestling again. I watched it again off and on at the time, and I fell in love with other talent, other characters in there. But Hulk Hogan was always the number one to me, always the icon. Even when he slowed down with wrestling, he went to TNA. It was good to see him there. I followed him. I started watching TNA because of Hulk Hogan, and holy shit, man. It was great to see him coming to TNA and shit, to another organization. Because everywhere he went, it was great. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere he fucking went. It's like if you ran a wrestling organization, if Hulk Hogan came in, even if he was in his 60s, if he came in, even if he was way past his prime, he came in that organization and then talked on the mic, you was considered blessed at the time, you know what I'm saying, as a wrestling promoter. Because you had Hulk Hogan icon on your supporting your shit. That's amazing. You know, and I'm watching and everything, you know, watching wrestling, you know, fall out, like, you know, Triple H, Batista, Rey Mysterio, fell in love with other characters, but like I said, Hulk Hogan was still number one in the back, man. He was still the one, you know what I'm saying? Cause like I said, that was my first idol, was Hulk Hogan, the first idol in wrestling, like I said. So it was one day, I think I was on the phone with my stepmom, or second mom, I like to call her, and she's since passed. And but I digress. She said, "Hulk Hogan is racist. Did you hear about it?" I said, "No." She said, they got leaked audio of him saying racist stuff. I was like, "What?" Did I believe it? No. I did not believe it. I was like, no, I don't. I think there's some misconception going on here. You know what I'm saying? He does say brother and all that shit, but I don't. But he didn't say brother in that audio tape. And I'm going to share that audio tape in this video as well, so you can hear it. I'm going to give credit to the original uploader. This is like 9 years old now, but it's still popping views like a motherfucker, especially after Hogan's passing now. So I'm gonna definitely put that in the video. So, but yeah, I was like, no, I refuse to listen to it. I watched videos of people talking about it, but I didn't listen to the audio. I refused to listen to it. I just didn't want to. I was like, y'all just jumping the gun and shit like that. And then I heard that that he was taken off the alumni. The WWE just got rid of him. You know what I'm saying? They got rid of him, man. They took, it's like he never existed. So they didn't want to be associated with him at that time. But since then, he's got, of course, now he's back on the alumni, but he was off for years. And it's it's quite the Hulk Hogan is quite the fucking character, man. As regarding that, man, Hogan is a fucking icon. He contributed a lot. He busted his ass for like over 30 years for WWF and WWE. You know what I'm saying? Now we're gonna talk about Terry Bollea, okay, which is his real name. Terry Bollea is a piece of shit. You know, he is. I mean, I don't give a shit how many people say he was nice to them and all that shit in the back and behind the. I don't give a fuck. I still conclude he's a piece of shit because I'm going to explain why I'm calling him that still. You know what I'm saying? It's like because when we watched wrestling, we didn't see Tony Bollea. We saw fucking Hulk Hogan. That's who I'm mourning. Hulk Hogan. This man here. This character, I should say. That's who I'm mourning. To be fair, he pretty much passed away decades before. You know what I'm saying? Because he slowed down with wrestling. I remember he was in TNA. His daughter was concerned about his back, and she was like, "You better slow down, Dad." You know what I'm saying? Like, don't try to perform in the ring no more because you got bad knees, bad back, and shit like that. This is like in fucking 2008 or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Or seven. And so he was pretty much gone since 2010. Well, I say before 2010, Hogan was pretty much dead then. You know what I'm saying? Let's be honest. But his passing hits another. We're gonna get to Tony Bollea's ass in a minute. Hulk Hogan's passing hit hard because we're not gonna see him again. We're not gonna see no more Hulkamania again. You know what I'm saying? Appearing on TV and all that shit. Even though his last appearance, he was booed out the fucking building, and it made sense that he was because of the audio tape. I made a vlog some years ago that I said it. I said that with that audio tape is gonna follow him to his fucking grave. That tape defined his whole life. It's fucking sad too, but it's true. So without any further ado, we're gonna go to the tape and the things he said. And I think I'm gonna play the interview too. I'm not sure. I don't think I'm gonna play the interview part when he was talking about begging for forgiveness and shit. It's like, as far as forgiveness is concerned, that there's no reason for me to forgive him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have no reason to forgive him. I have no reason to not forgive him. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, because he didn't offend me. He wasn't talking about me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think forgiveness is fucking stupid. I mean, that's how I see it, you know. But yeah, let's check out this audio here. I mean, this guy, whew. Oh my God, bro. So here it is. It's an hour. That's an hour. It's a minute and 37 seconds long. Wrestle Pundit. I definitely got to put him in the description. Put his channel in the description. That's the least I can do. I definitely want to cover this word for word and just break it down on how fucked up this is. And keep in mind, Hogan said that during this time he was at the lowest of the low in his life. He was going through a lot of shit. He was fighting with his daughter. He was mad at her. He basically said all his anger was towards her. And check this. He had no issue with her boyfriend. Let that sink in, okay? Let that sink in, right? Let's just play the audio tape. This is, oh my God. Let me see. He says, it's in caption because you could barely hear what he's saying. He says, I'm getting really ready to cut some serious bait. Okay. Brooke, my daughter Brooke. She jumped sides on me. Okay, that's what he said. Oh shit, wait. Okay. I'm going to read what he said here. He says, because I shelled out $2-3 million for her music. Oh, yeah, that's right. She was a singer. That's right. He says, and I've done everything. Fucking with him day and night on the radio like a jackass. Him who? And he's working with me to make work when we really should call it a day and do the shit I did. I don't know what him is, but we know his daughter is referred to as a she. Um, Now ain't nothing wrong with this. He's upset. He's at this low. That's not the problem. His state of mind is not the problem. So people get to this state and we get mad. You know what I'm saying? But I'll be damned if I'm gonna be mad at something, or if my life is at a standstill, or if I'm like low in life, I'm not gonna just target somebody that I like and just call them names, or degrade the person in any shape or form because I actually like this person. That makes no fucking sense to me. But keep in mind, Hulk Hogan claimed that he liked her boyfriend. Keep that in mind. He said that. Him is the okay. Oh, him is the father of her boyfriend. Okay. 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 So let me backtrack that. I didn't know who he was talking about. Let me see. He said he's working. Who's the father of Brooke's boyfriend, and he's working with me to make work. He said he's fucked with him day and night on the radio like a jackass. He's like he's mumbling. He's rambling. Now I'm gonna play the whole audio here, and then after I play it, I'm going to read what he said and comment on it. Okay, so basically starts off, he's just frustrated about the business of his daughter's record deal, and the black guy is like, I think it's her producer, and Hulk Hogan's putting money into her record deal, and he's just rambling here about so he said the son, he's a black billionaire guy, Cecile. Yeah, okay, so the son is a black billionaire. Okay. He basically did more for her in a year than anybody's done. He had one song, and after 10 months, it should go to. Yeah, it's an audible, this part here. Then he says, I tried to be the realist, and this is your option. You got a better option. You can sign with. Okay, that's redacted. He's gonna put $5 million behind. That's an audible. Right now, there's nothing else. We're doing the best we can. So it seems like I don't even know why he keeps mentioning the guy as black. Why is he doing that? This was before the hard R was even said. How many times did he mention black by this point? I gotta break this shit down. Okay, the first time he mentioned black was when, okay. Why couldn't he just say his son's a black billionaire? No, he could have said, see, I'm reading the fucking text. He said, why couldn't he just say his son is a black, no, I keep saying black because I'm reading the goddamn text. I don't know why you have to mention his son was black, though. Why can't he just say his son is a billionaire? But why even mention his son in the first place? Now, I'm wondering about that. Why bring up his son? You were talking about his father at first. So he said he basically did more for her than in a year than anybody's done. So he's did a lot of things for his daughter. You think a father be happy about that? His daughter's being taken care of. He's doing things for his daughter. You think a father would be happy about that, right? But apparently it's not enough. He's not doing enough for his daughter. But keep in mind, he said he likes her boyfriend. He liked her boyfriend, okay? So here we go. We're going to get to the nitty gritty in a second. I'm going to have the whole thing play, the second paragraph, and I'm going to respond like I did.
Basically, did more for her a year than anybody's done. Okay, he had one song after 10 months to do it about it, still. And momentum, but I try to be the realist, and this is your option. You got a better option. Said you can get signed with fucking. Even if it's fine, I go, but right now there's nothing else. We're doing the best we can. So it gets to the point where I don't know if Brooke was fucking the black guy's son, or they've been hanging out, like I'm holding hands together on tour, they're getting close to the time before I'm doing fucking okay. I'm not a double standard type guy, I'm a racist to a point. Yeah. And then when it comes to nice people, they are, we are that way.
We get into the meat and potatoes now. Now I'm trying to figure out if the person he said he's done things for her, he's still talking about the father or the boyfriend. He said he basically did more for her than in a year than anybody's done. He basically did more for her in a year than anybody's done. So I think he's still talking about the father at this point. I thought he was talking about the son. See, it's all these pronouns here. I guess he was mad that the song didn't become platinum or something like that. It's like, it's not their fault. It's just the way the media accepts it. So he's trying to be the realist, and this is your option. You got a better option. All this redacted is really making the point lost, but the meat and potatoes is coming up. Okay, here we go. He says, so it gets to the point where I don't know if Brooke was fucking the black guy's son or they've been hanging out. I caught them holding hands together on the tour. They were getting close to kind of the fucking inaudible. Okay. I'm not a double standard type of guy. I am racist to a point. You know, fucking niggers. But then when it comes to nice people and okay, that's what it stopped there. Okay, I'm gonna see. This is the problem. Now this is the problem. The whole fucking the rant that he did. What he said before really doesn't matter. Okay, this is when the meat and potatoes happen. That's why the words are bigger here. Now, what the fuck is he talking about? I'm racist to a point. Who says that? Will Hulk Hogan, this is about Terry Bollea. Would Terry Bollea walk into a bar full of black dudes and say, hey guys, I'm racist to a point? How would that fly? What the fuck? And then you're going to say, you know, fucking niggers. Now, this is the thing that pissed me off when I finally listened to the audio some decades later. It felt like a lifetime when I finally listened to the audio myself. Oh, that's why I said decades later. I'm exaggerating, of course. He said the word nigger. He didn't say nigga. Now, if he said nigga, I'd be like, dude. Okay, he's a white dude. He's a non-black dude saying nigga. Okay, whatever. Everybody fucking says it anyway. That's a... even though the meaning, even though there's like a billion definitions on what nigga means, You know what I'm saying? It's like, but this motherfucker used the hard R. Nobody that likes a person that's black, that if you're not black and you like somebody that's black, you are never gonna address them as nigger. You're gonna say nah nigga. What up, nigga? How you doing? It's like you're not gonna say nigger because nigger is a whole different fucking meaning. It's like this man's language rivaled the fucking KKKs. It rivaled that shit, man. You don't think you fucking niggers. I'm like, what the fuck? I mean, I barely use the word in my vocabulary. My regular vocabulary, I never even say the word. It's like, if I say nigger or the hard R, that's when I'm making fun of racist people, I will say, because that's how they say it. They say nigger. They don't say nigga. So I got to be authentic when I say it, when I make fun of them. You know what I'm saying? I'm a comedian after all. I'm a fucking clown. What can I say? So, but when I say nigga, it's like, it's a rarity if I even say that. You know what I'm saying? I'm very likely to say bro or come on, bro. Something like that. And that's to any race. You know. But yeah, so back to this shit. It's like, what the fuck? This is crazy. I'm gonna play the next paragraph and I'm gonna respond to it after that's done. Oh. I don't know why I thought he was talking to his wife, Linda. Is her name Linda Hogan? I'm not familiar with no names. I thought he was talking about his wife, the mother of his children. That's what I thought he was talking to. So Heather Clem says she's responding to the fact that he says we're all racist to a point. And she gonna say, well, we all are that way. What the fuck? You can't look at this shit. And you got Terry Bollea talking about, oh, I had no idea I was being recorded. I know you didn't. We know you didn't. Because if you were recorded ranting about this shit, you wouldn't have said nigger at all. You wouldn't even fucking say it. Because you know what's gonna fucking happen to you, which actually did happen. Your whole fucking character, your whole prestige was destroyed. Despite the fact that there's some black wrestlers that say you great. Like we got Maven from Tough Enough. He's a mixed race guy. He said Hulk Hogan was always nice to him. We got Booker T. Among the blackest wrestlers ever stepped foot in the ring. Booker T said Hulk Hogan was cool. Okay, fair enough. Do I believe him? Yes. Why would they lie? I'm pretty sure he was cool and shit behind the scenes at times. But this shit, you can't dispute this shit. This man said on fucking tape that he's racist to a point, and this bitch is gonna chime behind him and says, well, we all are that way. What the fuck? So she said all white people are racist to a point? Are you kidding me? And she even fucking say like, whoa, what's with the N-word? Terry, what the fuck? Calm the fuck down. She didn't even fucking go at him. She's just sitting there fucking listening to him. Heather Clem's probably his second wife that he married that looked just like his daughter. That's probably who that is, for all I know. Okay, let's move on. Okay, let's backtrack. He says, yeah, cool. When it comes to nice people, you can't say say the N-word he's trying to say? I don't give a fuck if she an 8 foot tall. I think he's saying I don't give a fuck if she got with an 8 foot tall basketball player. If we're gonna fuck with niggers, let's get a rich one. Look at this shit. Listen to this shit. Are you racist, Mr. Hogan? Mr. Bollea? No, I'm not. Not at all. Not at all. I'm thinking if this guy is not racist, why the fuck is he talking like this? Why is he talking like this? Is how a racist man would talk that doesn't approve of his daughter's black boyfriend. This is how a racist man would talk. Like I said, he rivals the KKK. He rivals they asses, man. The KKK or racist pieces of shits will be proud of this man's audio. They be proud of that shit, man. Oh, if we're gonna fuck with niggers, let's get a ritual. I'm so sick of saying the hard R. I'm about to throw up at this point. That's what got me when I finally got to listen. When I finally allowed myself to listen to the audio, that's what got me is the fact that he kept saying the N-word over and over again. And this was not a slip up. This is like, oops, I didn't mean to say that. No, he kept saying it, and you know just by listening to the audio that he said this word a lot throughout his whole fucking life. And dare I say, he's continued to say the hard R after this shit. It's not about forgiveness, man. It's about you being caught in hot fucking water and you can't get yourself out of it. Then this piece of shit, Terry Bollea, is gonna fucking say that this. I'm still debating when I'm gonna fucking play the interview or not. But he fucking said that, you probably seen this. He said, he actually said that it's the environment that he grew up in. He grew up in an environment, you know what I'm saying, low income environment. Okay, big deal. Here's the meat and potatoes here. He says that everybody around him said that word to each other. Fuck you, Terry. Bullshit. I'm surprised the interview wasn't cut off then, or they edit that shit out, because it's bullshit. You mean to tell me white people, this guy was born like in the 50s, right? You mean to tell me that white people or white youth will call each other the N-word? Are you fucking serious, Terry? Who fucking believes that shit? Nobody. He flat out said it. He said we all call each other that word, so that's why he said it so freely in the audio, basically. Just throwing it out there. But he wasn't, but in this instance here with the audio, he wasn't saying it because he liked the guy, just like he claimed that he liked the boyfriend. He was bitching about her boyfriend, even though he claimed that the person he was mad at was his daughter. Can't you smell the bullshit in this whole shit? The audio speaks for itself. You're full of shit, Terry. Jesus Christ. Oh, his daughter wrote a poem saying he's the nicest father in the world, and if you knew who he was, you know he's not like that. That's his daughter. Of course they're gonna say shit to defend their parents. Imagine if you was Hulk Hogan's son or daughter. Even though you didn't say the N-word or being caught being a fucking piece of shit as this guy is, right? You're the child of this person, so that stigma reflects on you in a negative way. So yeah, you're going to come out and say, oh, my father's cool. You're going to defend him, because if people start forgiving, basically, your father, the negative attraction would leave you, because people have looked at your father in the lighter light now. That's what she was hoping. That's why she wrote that fucking poem. Talk about, oh, my father is the greatest man in the world. If you knew who he was, you know he wasn't like that. Save for the fact that Brooke herself recently said that they ain't spoke to each other in 2 fucking years. But I digress. So, I just, this is fucking mind-boggling here. Fucking mind-boggling. Then you got Maven, that I mentioned earlier, the mixed race dude. You got him talking about, oh, I understand both sides. I understand why you don't like them. I understand why you like them. I understand both sides. You can be angry. Me too. Me too, Maven. Me too. I understand why people are fucking pissed off at him too. Not because of the audio, it's the fact that he didn't own up to the shit. He's lying. Talk about they called themselves that word when he was growing up. Bullshit, man. Who fucking believes that shit? Whenever a white person at that time said the word nigger, they meant a nigger, a black person. They didn't call themselves that, bro. What are you talking about? Trying to fucking justify his language in his goddamn audio, you know what I'm saying? And then he got the bitch gonna talk about, I can't get over this fucking cunt. She gonna say, oh, we're all that way to a certain extent. I'm surprised she didn't get backlash. Because her fucking name is mentioned in the audio. You can look her ass up. She got the short end of the stick. She got the pass. Was the girl that was listening to him, the woman, or what the fuck she is, that was listening to him. Thought we're all that way, yeah. Oh my God, fuck Terry Bollea, bro. He's full of shit. Oh, let's move on to the next one. He gonna say, I don't care if he's a multi-billionaire. The thing is, now that you start doing these nasty emails, so somewhere relationship and now doesn't want to talk to anybody. No. So you talking about nasty emails? He must be talking about his daughter now. But wait a minute. He said before that if we're gonna fuck with niggas, at least get a I hate saying this. I'm trying to kind of calm down. I hate saying that fucking word too much. He said, if we're gonna get one, let's at least make it a rich one. His son is already rich then, because his father is. What is he talking about? He gonna say, I don't care if he's a multi-billionaire. Yeah, you don't care about that, but you do care if he's a nigger or not. You made that point clear. Let's go to the next one. No, that's it. That's the last paragraph. The video ends. That's the last one. So yeah, there you have it. There you have it. That's all I gotta say about this video. Is 42 minutes too long. Me talking about this shit. I was gonna make this to a separate video, but I said fuck it. I might as well just include it in both. You know, I might as well do the first part when I'm praising Hulk Hogan, saddened about that you know that he's passed. That's another thing about. That's another thing. You sons of bitches that are online talking about you glad he's gone, let him rot in hell, celebrating that he's passed away. You guys are full of shit. Because number one, once you die, that's the end, man. If you're a racist piece of shit or a fucking piece of shit in general, and you pass away, that's set in stone that you are that. There's no reconciliation. There's no repentance. No making up shit, making amends. None of that shit. Once you're gone, you are gone. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna lie. Hulk Hogan said in that same interview that I was talking about, he was getting teary-eyed and shit, begging for forgiveness of the fans. He was saying, please forgive me. I was in a bad place. I was saying stupid shit, blah, 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 blah. This, that, and the third. I'm not gonna lie. A part of me wants to believe that he's really sorry. But the logical part of me says every fucking time, he's sorry he got caught. He's sorry that shit was leaked. That's what he's sorry about. And that's the fucking truth. And with that being said, this is why Chromosome signing the fuck out. Peace and love. Good health to you all. And be safe out there. Peace. I'm out. Rest in peace, Hulk Hogan. And fuck Terry Bollea.